Big breaking news out of Washington, and it's sending shockwaves through American politics. In a dramatic move, Donald Trump has fired his own Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, one of the most recognizable figures in his administration. And the replacement? A controversial senator with a fighter's reputation, literally. Trump has nominated Markwayne Mullin, a former MMA fighter turned politician, to take over one of the most powerful security jobs in the United States. But why was Noem suddenly removed? Was it political pressure, a growing scandal, or something else entirely? And who exactly is the man stepping into this critical national security role? Let's break down everything you need to know about the latest political shakeup shaking Washington. The political bombshell dropped on March 5 when Donald Trump announced that Kristi Noem would no longer serve as Secretary of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Instead, Trump revealed that Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma would replace her. The announcement came directly from Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, and it instantly ignited a wave of reactions across Washington. Noem had been one of the most visible members of Trump's administration. She was known for her strong stance on immigration enforcement and her role in promoting the administration's aggressive border security policies. But behind the scenes, the situation inside the administration had reportedly been growing increasingly tense. And in the days leading up to her removal, the pressure had reached a breaking point. The final blow may have come during a series of heated congressional hearings. During those hearings, Kristi Noem faced intense questioning from lawmakers from both parties. The focus of the controversy was a massive $200 to $220 million government advertising campaign tied to immigration policy. Critics claimed the campaign promoted border enforcement while also heavily featuring Noem herself, raising concerns about whether taxpayer money was being used for political self-promotion. The contract also drew criticism because it reportedly bypassed the normal competitive bidding process and was instead awarded to companies with Republican political connections. Even more damaging? During the hearings, Noem told lawmakers that Trump had approved the campaign, but shortly afterward, Trump publicly denied authorizing it, creating a major contradiction between the president and his own Homeland Security Secretary. That contradiction reportedly angered the White House and added to mounting frustration inside the administration. And it didn't stop there. Noem's leadership had already been under scrutiny due to several controversies, including federal law enforcement shootings and ongoing disputes about immigration enforcement tactics. By the time the hearings ended, political pressure had reached a boiling point. Within days, she was out. Interestingly, the story doesn't end with Noem simply being removed. Instead of leaving government entirely, she was reassigned to a new diplomatic position. Trump announced that she will become special envoy for the Shield of the Americas. The new role is expected to focus on regional security cooperation across the Western Hemisphere and on combating drug trafficking networks and cross-border crime. Noem publicly thanked Trump for the new assignment and defended her time leading Homeland Security, highlighting what she described as major accomplishments during her tenure. Still, many analysts say the reassignment looks a lot like a political exit. And that brings us to the man stepping into her place. If you're unfamiliar with Markwayne Mullin, his story is unlike that of most Washington politicians. First, he's a businessman who ran his family's plumbing company before entering politics. Then, he became something even more unusual for a future senator: a professional mixed martial arts fighter. Yes, before entering the Senate, Mullin competed as a professional MMA fighter and reportedly went undefeated with a 3-0 record. His political career began in 2012 when he was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. He later won a U.S. Senate seat in 2022 and quickly became one of the most vocal supporters of Donald Trump in Congress. Mullin has built a reputation as a combative and outspoken political figure, even getting into a heated confrontation with a labor union leader during a Senate hearing in 2023. Supporters say his tough style fits perfectly with Trump's political movement. Critics say it raises concerns about whether he has the experience to run a massive federal agency. So why Mullin? The answer likely lies in loyalty and alignment with Trump's political agenda. Mullin has been a strong defender of Trump's immigration policies and has supported aggressive border enforcement strategies. Trump praised him as a MAGA warrior who will help push forward the administration's America First security agenda. Mullin is also notable for another reason. He is currently the only Native American serving in the U.S. Senate and is a member of the Cherokee Nation. Supporters say that background could bring a unique perspective to federal security policies affecting tribal lands and communities. But despite the praise, Mullin's nomination is far from guaranteed. Before Mullin can officially take over the Department of Homeland Security, he must first be confirmed by the U.S. Senate. And that confirmation battle could be intense. Democrats are expected to challenge his nomination heavily, especially given the controversies surrounding immigration enforcement and federal policing. Even some Republicans have privately raised questions about whether Mullin has enough administrative experience to run one of the largest federal agencies. The Department of Homeland Security oversees massive responsibilities, including border security, immigration enforcement, disaster response through FEMA, cybersecurity, counterterrorism operations. Running DHS is one of the toughest jobs in government, and Mullin would suddenly be stepping into that role during a period of intense political division over immigration policy. This shakeup is more than just a personnel change. It signals a possible shift in how the Trump administration plans to handle security policy moving forward. By replacing Kristi Noem with a staunch political ally like Mullin, Trump may be trying to consolidate control over one of the most powerful departments in his administration. At the same time, the controversy surrounding Noem highlights the growing scrutiny faced by federal agencies during Trump's second term. With immigration, border security, and domestic security continuing to dominate political debates, whoever leads Homeland Security will be under constant pressure. And now, all eyes are on Markwayne Mullin. So the big question now is simple. Will Markwayne Mullin successfully take over the Department of Homeland Security, or will his nomination spark another political battle in Washington? One thing is certain. The sudden removal of Kristi Noem has already become one of the biggest political stories of the week. And if the confirmation fight heats up, this story may just be getting started. Stay tuned, because in Washington, the next political shakeup